Proboscis Cernos, Mastery rank 13, has, not even kidding, 7% crit chance, 1.9 times crit multiplier. This thing, to begin with, when you first look at the stats, does not look promising. To build it, you need to use a Mutalist Cernos. There is polymer bundle, 5 niatan extract, some nanospores, blueprints in the marketplace. Great, easily obtainable, status-based Cernos. That does come with 2 dash polarities, which makes it okay. A V and a dash would probably have been better, but since every other bow, like the original Cernos, is kind of heavy on the crit chance, I'm really amazed to see this thing only has a 7% crit chance. Even the Cernos Prime has insane crit chance. The Rakta Cernos, same kind of thing. The Mutalist Cernos has twice as much crit chance as this has, and you have to use the Mutalist to build this. The Mutalist even has a 49% status chance. This only has 43. You really have to look at the stats of this and go, why? Just why? Well, it's kind of lackluster on stats to 16,625.3 viral damage on the radial attack. Yeah. I think I just instantly fell in love with this, and I've never fired it once. So the way this thing works, you shoot an arrow, and it spawns this thing, which sucks enemies in till it explodes. My problem here lies with the fact that, there it goes. For some reason, they drop dead stupidly easily, which is something I didn't want them to do. Spawn enemies, simulate, back, ugh, hell. There they are. Okay. Whatever. My companion is killing them really easily, but there you go, all 3 in at the same time. Why are you doing that? You silly, silly companion. I cannot remember what you are. But this thing is actually great. The way that this thing works. It sucks in all the enemies, and as you could tell, it has quite a range to it. It's obviously not going to take out level 175 instantly, but the fact that you can do that and then shoot in something else is great, because, well, now they may die. Or not. You're just not going to die just to prove me wrong there, aren't you? Go on, a little bit more. Wow. But I do have a few, I'm going to call them downsides to this. Let's try the Mutalist before I actually go any further with this Riven. Okay, I have a Mutalist Cernos Riven. Mutalist Cernos, which means any Cernos, well, normal Cernos, Cernos Prime, Rakta Cernos, does that use them? Because I have Rivens, there it is. I have Cernos Rivens, but this thing needs its own. I mean, granted, this Riven would be completely useless in this weapon because it is more status based. Cernos again, because yeah, I'm enjoying this thing way too much. Other problem, apart from the fact that the Riven doesn't work, as I say, it's only 7% crit chance, so a crit based Riven would be useless anyway. It needs ammo drum, which is great because it has this extra slot to put it in, if you happen to have one of those adapters to actually put it in. I couldn't even buy one of these if I tried. Maybe later, but for now, won't go in, which sucks. Firestorm works wonders on this. The rest of it I'm still kind of playing with, but I literally threw 4 forma on this. I could so easily put an extra V on, and yeah, probably have to when I can finally find a Riven for this, which would be great because I think a Riven on this would make it so much better. If you're playing with other players, they can shoot in amongst the crowd. Yeah, it's a Vauban. It's a portable Vauban. Or Nidus. That part of Vauban, because I know somebody's going to question that one. And it would kind of be... Is it his second ability? Yes. It's his second ability. For some reason I thought it was his first. No, it's his second. That pulls enemies in, but it doesn't cost energy to use this. You're using a bow. So instead of doing that, we just shoot the floor and do that instead. Yes, it may use a Mutalist Cernos to actually build the thing, which to me means it should probably use a Mutalist Cernos Riven, but it doesn't. It doesn't do the most amount of damage at all, which is why I've been using the Zacti Prime with it, because it creates a gas cloud and then you just kind of pull the enemies into that, or pull the enemies together and then use the gas cloud. I just wish it would swap hands a lot quicker. It doesn't do the best amount of damage, but it's great for crowd control, and if you are playing with other players, they can get in there and wipe them out really quickly, because they're all grouped together and they don't live long once they're all grouped together, because any damage becomes all damage, which is what this thing is great for, but it runs out of ammo so quickly, it's not even funny. Which is why Ammo Drum is a huge must for this. If you don't have Ammo Drum in it, you will just constantly hate this weapon, because you can't fire it if you don't have ammo. But I think with that, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.